Steve Jobs is a name synonymous with innovation and a leadership style that propelled Apple to unprecedented heights. So what can we take from his leadership style to evaluate our own leadership? First of all, there was very obviously a very clear vision. Jobs appeared to have the uncanny ability to envision the future and see products and experiences that didn't even exist yet, and then inspire his team to create them. From Macintosh to the iPhone, his vision shaped entire industries. While we might not be in the leadership sphere of Steve Jobs, having a clear vision is definitely a great tool for good leadership. This could be as simple as knowing the core business function that your team is responsible for. You might be leading a team that is responsible for great customer service. Making sure that everybody understands this and how they contribute to providing this great customer service is really important to help keep it front of mind. We can all get complacent in work sometimes. It is the role of the leader or manager to keep that focus and help support the team to get there, whether that is through clearly communicating the vision or purpose, or just keeping the team motivated and aligned to achieve perhaps great customer service. Having a clear vision in your leadership doesn't have to be the next great Apple product. Taking some of what Jobs portrayed in his leadership could be as simple as just rallying your team around with a clear goal or purpose for that day. Speaking of simplicity, Jobs was a master in it. He understood that less is more. By focusing on just a few key products and eliminating any unnecessary features, Apple created a really strong brand identity and customer loyalty. So if your team is in engineering and focusing on creating a particular product, it could be that you're just really considerate of making that product of the highest quality and then executing to the absolutely best of your ability without spreading your resources too thin. If you are leading an administrative support function, perhaps it's just focusing on that and what it is that is within your control, that you can do it to the best of your ability, and really focusing on quality service. The ability to simplify in leadership is a skill, whether that be through simple communication, planning, setting objectives, or delegating tasks. The simplest method is often the one that is the most successful, both for you as a leader and your team. Jobs was also a perfectionist. He demanded excellence in every aspect of Apple's products and services. This relentless pursuit of perfectionism led to products that were not just functional, but also aesthetically pleasing and easy to use. While being a perfectionist is not perhaps something that I want to lean into too heavily, as it can also create stress and burnout as you attempt to get everything absolutely right, and can also slow down progress. Having good attention to detail and being able to deliver to the best of your ability is a great trait. In my 17 years of leadership, I have learned that my desire to be in the detail of situations is somewhat limited. I can be distracted by wanting to make progress and focusing on building momentum, but this is where having great people around you is so important as a leader. Having team members whose strengths are greater than your weaknesses is a real asset. You can't be all the things, and being in leadership really requires you to be able to acknowledge your gaps. And while continuous learning is all part of it, hiring great people to support you is crucial. Jobs was also a charismatic and inspiring leader. He created a culture of innovation and creativity where employees felt empowered to take risks. His ability to communicate a compelling vision really drove his team. And I think you can learn to inspire people and motivate them. And it does genuinely start with that clear vision on what you want to achieve. But communication is obviously a big part of this. And Jobs really embodied that charismatic element of his leadership to get people on board, which didn't come without some great communication skills. Jobs was also really obsessed with understanding the needs of the customer. He believed that the customer didn't actually know what they wanted until Apple showed them. This customer-centric approach led to products that truly resonated with people. This was a very impressive element to Jobs and Apple's success. I think the learning here is being really in touch with the output that you produce or the service that you provide. So it could be around supporting clients or customers, so really engaging with what they want and desire. Or it could be that your organisation is not customer focusing at all and is helping to create a product or particular elements of a product, and you have little control over their output. I think you can still apply this in terms of your leadership and what it is you really need to perform with your team to produce a high quality or super efficient product. How can you do it faster or better or cheaper without compromising on the quality and the expectations of what it is that you're supposed to be doing, producing, or providing? While Jobs was known for his visionary thinking, he was also renowned for his ability to make the tough decision. He wasn't afraid to cut products or entire divisions if they didn't meet with the vision. This ruthless focus on execution helped Apple maintain a lean and efficient organization. Making difficult decisions is unfortunately just part of leadership. I have a video on your screen that goes into this more. But for Jobs, he had the ability to put aside the emotion that we sometimes attach to something when we've been working on it for a period of time. Even when we can see the red flags or signs that it isn't quite going to work out, often we'll continue to persevere as we hope that the energy and time that we've put into something will actually result in a great outcome. It can be really hard to make that call just to change tact altogether. I know I have definitely been in a situation where I've erred on the side of caution and not just pulled the trigger and said, no, we need to stop, we need to do something different, as it can be a real challenge. Jobs had the ability to cut through all of that and just cut the cord and move on. Part of this, while often criticised, was no doubt his micromanaging style. Being involved in every single component of product development ensured that his vision was realised. Jobs had a distinct ability to create a cult-like following with his leadership. This was achieved through a number of factors: exceptional product design, effective marketing, and a strong brand identity. By making customers feel like they were part of something special, he fostered a deep connection with the Apple brand. I don't know if it helped, but the fact that he was instantly recognizable with what he chose to wear was iconic. While I personally prefer the option of choosing different things to wear on a given day, I can definitely appreciate that wearing the same style of thing every single day really cuts down on those micro decisions that you need to make. This no doubt helped him be such a fast-paced and innovative leader. And I would agree that if you can reduce the number of small decisions that you need to make in a given day, such as creating a regular structure around your diary, you don't have to think about who it is that you need to talk to that day, who you need to meet with. It's already set up and structured in your day. You can also do this in other elements of your life. A lot of people meal plan. That means once a week you sit down, you work out exactly what you're going to eat for each meal, and then you don't have to think about it. So you aren't deciding on what you're going to eat every single day. These micro decisions take up a lot of brain space and leave you less time to concentrate on what really matters, which is what I would take from Steve Jobs' style of leadership. While he was a singular figure, I think there are elements of his leadership style that offer valuable lessons for today's leaders. If you too find some inspiration for your leadership from such iconic leaders, let me know in the comments, and thanks very much for watching.